Hi guys, I'm back again and I have for you today a review of the Birds of Opulence. Now I read this book over about 2 days, I think it was, because it's quite short. It's only 199 pages. It is a story that focalizes on the Good Brown family. And there is 4 generations of women living in the same house, and there are only 2 men. Now, with all that encompasses having so many women living under the same roof, you have all of the intricacies and difficulties and challenges of life being a woman. This is a book about women. Now, it covers mother-daughter relationships, male-female relationships, coming of age, being an outsider and trying to fit into a group of people, because you have 2 instances in which people are outsiders and they are trying to see where they fit in or how they fit in to this small town opulence. The thing that's really good about this book, it's the best thing about Crystal Wilkinson's writing, is her capacity to create an ambiance, but at the same time giving you information about the different characters and setting up, you know, the different challenges and difficulties that each character is going to go through. She does this so well. I don't know. I mean, I would love to be able to write this well, because as you're reading, you know, if they're talking about, like, there's a scene in here where they're talking about being at a church function. I think it's like a church function, like a lunch or something, and everybody in the town comes and, you know, they bring their food and stuff. And when you're reading that, it just oozes reality. It's just unbelievable. You feel that atmosphere. You can almost smell the food. And I don't know. Something about her writing really speaks to me in that way, that I feel this particular, ambiance that she's creating, and she's doing it to make you feel like you're part of this fabric of this story, so that you can understand better what the characters are going through. The story is split up into bigger chapters, which are years. So like they're split up in years. So it goes from 1962 to 1995. And then within those sections, there are chapters which have different titles. Now, I don't know about you, but, you know, it's not often that we get books with titles these days. Usually it's just chapter 1, chapter 2. But of course, the titles kind of make it interesting, because you can, you know, you kind of get an insight into what's coming next if you aren't already capable of guessing what's going to come next. Maybe not necessarily guessing the full outcome, but you may be able to guess some of the things that are gonna happen. Now, there's another thing that's might be off-putting to people, is if you have not read Water Street, which I think I reviewed that 2 years ago. I'll put the link to my review below. But if you haven't read this one, because this is also, well, this is a collection of short stories that are connected. And there are a few characters from here that show up in here. So I feel like if you haven't read this one, you're not really going to be into it as much, or you might find it too light, like there's not enough. For me, there was enough in here, but I felt like she's leaving it open to write more specific stories about maybe some other characters in this book, or maybe even about Mona and Yolanda, because they seem to be the characters that are the ones that she's going to be exploring in more detail. So that's all I have to say about this one. A beautiful book, beautiful cover, beautiful short read, well worth it. Pick it up, but I would say definitely pick up this one too, so that you can get a foot in the door in her atmosphere and the characters that she's talking about. And then you can slide on over to this one. This one is very short as well, but it's extremely good and extremely well done. But yeah, I'm very happy that I got a chance to pick it up and that I enjoyed it. I'm looking for more books by Crystal Wilkinson. So if you're watching this, Crystal Wilkinson, you need to write some more books. You need to write some more about Mona, because I'm like really curious more and more about Mona. Now, I did read The Passenger. If you want to know what I think about it, then just go over to Goodreads. I'll link it below with my review there. It was good. You know, I'm not going to say it was great. It wasn't bad. It was just good. Was it as good as the girl on the train? Yeah, it was better. Was it as good as Gone Girl? I don't know, because I still haven't read Gone Girl yet. But this one was not so bad. It was kind of an interesting read. Check out my review below and, you know, read at your own risk. So that's all I have for you today. And I'll be back with some more reviews. I'm in the process, of course, reading The Polished Hoe. And I'm also reading Sanctuary. I'm enjoying both Sanctuary and The Polished Hoe for the moment. And I think this weekend I'm going to get on to Black Dutchland. So that's all I have for you today. Have a great afternoon, and I'll be back real soon.